Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the
Good morning, fans, bowling fans. We are here back at the 2024 Agent Ong Open. My name is Blair Blumenscheid, and I am joined in the booth with two awesome champions. One's in the Hall of Fame already. One will be someday in the near future, hopefully.
Probably spring of 2025.
No,
He's not old enough yet.
They keep pushing. They keep moving the goalposts on me.
Yeah.
I might be pushing daisies by the time I get in.
You just
I don't
hope you get there, right? Is it an age requirement now? Was it?
So it was 20 tournaments, and then the unwritten rule of probably 2 or 3 in some Team USA, or 3 or 4, and USBC made some changes to that based on task force, or they I think they made some decisions to make it tougher to get in. So now you have to be 45 and you have to have 4.
So we're 6 years.
Yeah. So
Since there's one person on the planet that has 4.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many have 4.
Yeah, that would be you. That would be you.
That are not in.
Right.
That would be you.
So, but that's what they came up with. So
Wow.
that's what we're going with, and I will. So the weird thing is too, you got to think about this too. Okay, if you're 40, okay, so if like let's say I get in next year, right? When I turn 40, I get in 2026 when I'm 40. Okay, 40. 40 in your bowling career, if you're reasonably healthy, is you still got. You look at what John Janowitz has done, what Ron Moore did, what Tom Hess did. Your career is you still got another 20 years of playing. So do you want to go in when you still got 20 years of your career left?
Yeah, it's a good point.
So I would argue, when I was 35, they put me in the State Hall of Fame, and I kind of jokingly got up there. I said, usually they put you in these things when your career is done, and I said, I hope I got a few more good years in me.
Sure.
It's just a wry comment, kind of some dry humor, but anyways. So that's one way to look at it. But anyways, there we go.
It's nice to be here with you in the morning.
Tim, it's good to be with you.
It's Tim Mack and Matt McNeil in the booth.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I just want to say a big shout out again. I know we've talked about it, but I am thoroughly impressed with the Agent Ong staff and the how smoothly everything is run, how on time everything is. Big shout out to Carl Ong and all, we showed it yesterday. All the sponsors that are involved. I know we're really proud to be part of this event from Rotagrip and the sponsorship out of everybody out of Utah. I think it's a big deal that these tournaments here are something fantastic for the competitive bowler to come out and play in, and it gives this event gives all styles of bowling and bowlers an opportunity to come out and make some money. It's I've been really impressed with just the organization from this organizational standpoint. And if you have any questions, we'll say this again. If you have any questions and you're in the bowling center, just go to the wall. I wish we could pan the wall, and I don't know if we can or not, but at some point in time, I want to pan the wall and show the brilliance. Yeah, the brilliance of Carl Ong by printing a cloth flyer and then hanging it in the bowling center for just some fantastic marketing for this event. So it's right there on the wall. I've never seen it before. I think it's fantastic. So
Yeah, and you'll see all the sponsors. Tim's talking about scrolling. Well, not scrolling, but we'll flip through all of the sponsors throughout the day. Of course, the main sponsors are Team Agent Ong, My Home Group, Unwind, and Rotogrip. Those are the main ones. And then he has different levels, which is great. Like bowling, we've always talked about bowling centers being the community hub. And bowling tournaments are that way to connect all of the community hubs together in that bowling center.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, you can see by all the localization of all the sponsors that he's gotten that the community's really embraced this event, and it's really neat from a friend perspective for me and Carl that he gets to see his hard work come to fruition. Right? It's really really neat. And then you talk about the talent level in this tournament. I mean, you've got PWBA, Player of the Year, former Player of the Year, and U.S. Open champion Brianna Cote bowling. You've had, PBA champion Darren Tang bowling already. It's an incredible field, and I think today Anthony Simonson steps on the lane. So, really, it's going to be a best of the best and who's who. And if you're in Arizona, and you're watching this feed, and maybe you're thinking about coming out the bowl, I would entertain getting in your car, especially on a very odd rainy day in Arizona.
Yes.
We don't see rain. We don't see rain.
That's weird.
Cool and rainy.
Cool and rainy,
desert.
yeah, in the desert. So, what's a better way than to enjoy your day when it's raining? Come in and take a shot at doing some bowling. So, come on out.
You see Miss Mackenzie here stepping up on lane 7, and then you'll see Miss Brianna Cote. She's on a strike. I hope I didn't cloud her.
We're going to find out who's the cloud today.
Oh, and I'm going to sit here and make a cloud.
All right, that's your task, Blair.
Yeah, you guys.
And we need a 5-bagger alert.
Okay, I can make both
5-bagger
of
alert
those.
and a cloud.
I'll leave both frames up so you guys can chat as I'm making clouds.
There is an opportunity for a 5-bagger alert on our favorites pair, 15 and 16.
There's already a 5-bagger alert?
Someone has the front 4.
You know what, Tim? You know what that pair is called?
Yeah, you might want to share that with the people.
It's called the U-Haul pair.
And why are we calling it the U-Haul pair?
Because it's time to make a move after you've been on that pair.
That's right. Yeah.
You're going to be moving on up the leaderboard.
You're going to be
there.
doing the George and Wheezy.
Yep, moving on up to the east side.
There's a shout out for one of the sponsors, the Crepe Bar, which I still think we need to go check out.
Where is the Crepe Bar?
I just want you guys to know I was there yesterday.
At the Crepe
At the
Bar?
Crepe Bar?
Oh, yeah. I went over with
what
Carl.
did you get?
It was absolutely fantastic.
What did you get?
I got a yogurt parfait with granola.
But you didn't get a crepe.
No, I'm on my. I'm trying to stick with my nutritionist. So I went with the low fat yogurt
Okay.
and some granola and some fruit, and it was with a drizzle of honey, and it was fantastic. It was so good that I asked Carl if we could get Jeff to bring us over some today. So big shout out to the Crepe Bar and Jeff and his staff
Crepe
there.
Bar, yep.
We had a great meal there yesterday.
I'll tell you what. These sponsors don't go out and get themselves.
No, they don't, and that's what I was trying to say about Carl, right?
Yeah. They
This
don't
is
go
his
out
baby.
and get themselves.
And you can see all the time and effort and the man hours and just the legwork that goes into running an event. Like he said, this tournament, since it finished last year, 361 days since then, he's trying to get this tournament going every single day. So, yeah, and you can see that. I mean, last night what I think I like about the tournament the most is actually the competitive environment. I mean, the scoring pace is listen, it's extremely fair.
Yep.
And if you bowl well, you get rewarded. And if you make a bad shot, you pay the penalty.
Tough but fair.
Yeah, tough but fair.
Tough but fair.
And it's been a breath of fresh air, right? So
I tell you what, if I haven't had an itch to bowl anything, and I almost wish I would have brought my shoes and a few balls with, because
this is a tournament that
I feel like I could be competitive here, and it's not a rev rate and speed contest or anything like that. It's a shot making and spare making contest is what it is.
And we saw that last night actually in the action match where where Candy Cane, and for those who don't know who Candy Cane is, I've called Andrew Cane Candy
His
Cane
birthday
forever.
today.
Yeah, happy birthday
It's
to
his
the big man.
birthday?
Yep,
Yep.
big birthday for
That's
Mr. Cane.
awesome.
But you saw him playing a little bit further right and keeping the ball in front of him. Then in that match, that last game, he moved further left out on the gutter and really found something really good. So
Oh yeah, him and Wolf had some pretty good ball reaction out there.
yeah, it was a fun match to watch, and obviously Matt Jones and Kyle King both phenomenal. I mean they both 9-10 for 4. So,
Yeah, I mean if you look at the strict totals, they beat Kane and Wolf by
quite a bit.
70 or 90.
Yeah,
I
well,
think. It's a big margin.
Yeah, I think Brett came back, shot like 580 after the bad first game.
Yep.
And then I think Andrew had 620, so they beat him by over 100.
Yeah,
They beat him by over
they
100.
beat him by a lot, but it wasn't total. It was just per game, and so they managed to sneak that third game
Sneak
out.
that third game, which is big. That was a big.
That's a big swing.
Yeah, big swing.
Big swing there. Yeah.
Super busy day today, though. For all the viewers that will tune in and watch the live stream, we're going to be here from now until I got to think 10 o'clock again, 10, 11 o'clock, bringing you all the live bowling, throughout the day. So
And then we got that Desperado.
yeah, Desperado. That ought to be interesting.
Two-game.
Two-game Desperado.
Two-game Desperado.
So it's basically a 2-game sweeper.
Yep.
5-bagger alert. Former PWBA Player of the Year, Brianna Cote, with a 4-bagger.
Possible 5-bagger.
Or maybe she has. No, she doesn't have the front 5.
No,
she had to open
a
the first
split.
one.
Yep.
I did see her using her trusty Zen Soul, but it looks like she's in a different ball in the left lane.
2-ball in it.
No, maybe that is Zen Soul.
Oh, that's a Zen Soul.
Yep.
That is a Zen Soul.
And our first 5-bagger has commenced.
Yep.
I don't have that alert done yet. I'm working on the black cloud. We have a black cloud coming in the future today.
We do like that. We do like that. We do like where we're at there. I like this game of this young Mackenzie, the young Mackenzie girl. Real solid at the line. Nice swing. Good lines up in front of her. Really good.
Yep, I agree.
Maximum penalty if you throw a bad shot here, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You get 6.
Yeah.
You get onged.
Yeah.
We call it,
onged.
you get onged.
Oh, I forgot we did. That was a good one.
I think the really big trick, especially the first 2-3 games, is creating a very smooth, slow shape so that if it's not perfect, if it's not really good, it has the potential for 8 or 9 without a circle.
Yeah, and I think what we saw last night, I think why the righties bowled so well is they played off one another. They both stretched the lane and used urethane. But if that match continued to go on any longer,
it was not going to be good.
It was not going to be good for the righties because then they were going to have to get in reactive. They would have probably had to give a game away to find their reaction.
Yeah.
With the reactive. But you got to tip your cap to King and Jones for being able to bowl that well. And listen, there was a ton of good shots, thrown.
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
So we're still in the mindset that you can play over there to the right with the urethane
for a couple games.
And then you got to kind of cheat it into the middle lane and just
step left.
Yep, control your angles and kind of feed it at the 3-pin and just keep that ball going forward and until you can get that axis tilt, that lower speed, and still get your ball to go left to right.
Yep.
Because where the lane will develop.
Yes.
Obviously, because the lane's not developed this morning.
Yep. Yeah, I think if that match had gone on, I would say that Wolf and Kane would have taken Game 4, and then it would have been kind of like what we saw in the match against Brooklyn Rob and Robert Smith 2 nights ago, where the 5th game ended up deciding who was going to walk away with money. Because I think it would have gotten to even Game 4, and then it would have been, who's going to walk away with $1,000 Game 5, and then that would have been the close game.
It would have been even better though if they tripled up. It's a triple or nothing, like
you were saying.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
If I don't care if you bowl 140 the game before
put
that.
the triple press on them.
Because you know what it does? It makes you focus harder as a bowler too.
Yep. Oh, it does. Oh,
instead of just trying to go through the motions. So it makes you focus a little harder.
Oh, for $3,000, you have my full attention.
Full attention.
Full attention.
Yeah. It'd also be interesting with the weather being a little cooler and a little more humid outside, if that affects anything today inside the center, and if we see a different scoring pace. I do think the scores will go up a tick a little bit today because we're going to have more bowlers on the lanes.
Yep.
But still, for this finals, to try to make the cut, we're feeling you're basically locked in if you get anything 10 over or more. Anything plus 10 or more for your 6-game block.
I think slightly plus, I think is pretty darn good. Obviously, it depends. There's just so much depends on, how many entries we get today, and then, how many people off each squad go in, right? That's kind of what we're looking like.
Right, and it looks like we've got a full squad, next squad, which the 1 and the 6 o'clock squad are gonna be the determining factors on where this cut number gets to. So, it's gonna be some great forecasting, some great bowling, and some great drama for this cut number coming down the stretch. Because when they're hard like this, it's always interesting to see. Like, you get somebody who goes in the last game and they're 20 over and they're going to shoot 187, and 187 isn't guaranteed out there, right?
No,
so it's and I think that's the beauty of the event.
Yep, I agree.
So.
All right. Speaking again about our host, he was gracious enough to go grab us some
Crepe bar specialties.
We got the crepe bar. We got the crepe bar.
Thank you, Carl.
Coming. So thank you, Carl.
No, we're thanking you. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for the crepe bar. All right. I want to ask Tim. Tim Mack. That's what I want. Tim, I wave a wand. You're completely healthy, shoeing up. What's Tim Mack using? Okay, what ball are you using, and where are you on the lane right now?
I'm using a pitch black 7 to 5.
Okay. Surface?
Probably 500 to 1,000.
Okay. Up or down?
I'm going to do a down 4x4 by probably 2.5.
What's your PAP?
it used to be 4 7/8 and 7/8 up.
Okay.
I want to see my ball, the surface get it picked up, but not over flare early. So that's why I want the pin down ball. 'Cause, people that don't know out there, pin down balls actually flare less than pin up balls.
Cut the differential out.
You know, you're cutting the differential out and you're cutting the flare potential down. And people that, out there watching that used to think, oh, pin up balls go longer. They don't go longer. They're quicker response. They're flaring more. They're slowing down quicker, and they force us offline quicker. So, I want to, and the reason why I want that less flare is because I want to be able to control with my ball speed. I want to be able to, if I need to hook it a little bit more, I'm going to soften up that ball speed, and I'm going to change that angle a little bit.
Without it trying to get offline,
so
bust loose.
I'm going to use pitch black early,
Okay.
and then I'm going to watch who's going to have traffic in front of me, and I'm probably going to go. This might be a unique call, but I think IQ Tour actually would be really really good for me.
Surface.
Yeah, with surface on it, and I would do a 4.5, 4.5 by 3.5 by 3 there. So something that and it would do it up. So something that actually
Flares a little more.
tries to get it to flare a little bit more, even though the core doesn't flare a lot.
Yep.
But then as that oil stretches down the lane, I think I need something big. I need the flare.
Yep.
Right. So probably game 4, I would probably switch to a phase AI
Surface.
or like 2000.
Yep.
Like 2000. You want to get it started up because of the ratio 1.8 to 1. You don't want something super shiny because if you miss to the right, the ball's going to hydroplane down lane. So you need the ball to pick up, but that core, has been so successful on when the ratios are smaller. And the cover is that TX Pearl 16 is looks really good from what I've seen so far. So and I think I could get it done with that combination.
Yep.
If I didn't like it and I had to go on the bigger side, I'd like Ion Max. Actually, I like what I see out of that ball.
Yep.
So I might go the opposite way, based on how many squads I bowled and how and really what was transpiring in front of me. I might go right from the urethane right to Ion Max.
Yep.
And then from that, as it sees the front a little bit more, because big asymmetrical balls, when you go left to right with them, they want to get forward sometimes. So you got to be careful on watching your ball motion, make sure it doesn't get too forward. The one thing I like about the Ion Max being such a big ball is that intermediate's only 0.12, so it's a smaller intermediate split. So for me, as opposed to like the harsh reality, which is
get down the lane,
the biggest ball a little bit, it gets down the lane and it retains a little energy, so we can see it come off the spot a little bit more.
Doesn't bleed off too
nope,
much.
Nope, and it doesn't want to get forward. So, and then if you're liking on the asymmetrical side, I always think something that's good that gets through the front, and something that you can slow down and kind of control your, that it's going to come off the spot would be your VBO, your virtual energy blackout, where you put a little surface on it, and that's where we talked about yesterday, having a little bit more axis rotation to make it come off the spot. So that would be my take here at 8:37 in the morning on a rainy Saturday morning. But it is college football Saturday, so Saturday's always good for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Game day, college game day.
Especially in the fall.
Who's your team playing?
We're actually, both my team and Blair's team both have the bye week this week.
They knew we couldn't watch, so they were like, we can't conflict with the Agent Ong Open.
Yeah,
that's right.
The Agent Ong Open. We're going to be here on the booth for 15 hours today, whatever it is, 12, 15 hours. It's going to be a great day. Going to be able to talk bowling. And we're hoping the chat picks up so that we can
answer some questions.
Yeah, answer some questions and just kind of bring everybody into, bring this tournament into your living room or into your office, wherever you are on this beautiful Saturday morning.
Yep. 2022
PWBA champion, Player of the Year, U.S. Open champion Brianna Cote with a 221 start.
Yep.
Go Bree.
The better
Go
half
CEO.
is here.
CEO is here. Team CEO is in the house. Good to see Randy here as well. But that's a heck of a start. Starting with an open, it's still bowling 220.
Yeah, that's very good.
All right, we're going to take a short break while everyone is changing lanes, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back and we have a new graphic.
Oh, you got on.
It's whenever we need it.
Yeah.
It's ready.
I love it,
Yep.
and I think Carl will love it. But
Yeah. Well, we got it ready for.
you're gonna get. There's gonna be a lot of people that get onged today.
Yeah. So whenever we need it.
How lucky are we?
Can we get like a almost like a gong sound with it?
I can work on that actually. Yeah.
Can we get a gong sound with it?
Yeah. Totally. I could see that.
Yeah.
How lucky are we? We got Brianna right in front of us this game.
9 and 10.
Bill says all the talk about different layouts and pin up, pin down is so confusing. Who can simplify it?
Very simple, Bill.
Yep.
A pinup ball is going to flare more. Okay, so based on where the core sits in your hand, it's just going to create more flare. Okay, so when a ball flares more, it has the propensity to slow down quicker. So when it slows down, I mean it's hooking more. For a ball to hook, it has to slow down. Pin down balls, you're drilling into a different spot of the core, and you're actually lowering the differential. So you're lowering the amount of inertia that weight block can create as far as dynamic and flare potential. So pin down balls will flare less, so the flare rings will be tighter. So for example, if you take a hustle or a tropical, and you look at how you throw it, and you look at how tight the flare rings, and the flare rings are right on top of one another, that shows you that the ball's not flaring a lot. But then when you take the big asymmetrical balls that are that have the big engines in them, these big dynamic cores, and they're not the same shape, uniform all the way around, you'll see the flare spread out across the ball. And what that does is more of the surface of the bowling ball is touching the lane. And the cover stocks are usually stronger in the bigger balls, that means it's slowing down more. So its propensity to hook more is because of the flare. Okay, so that's what we're talking about: pin up, pin down balls. So just think of it this way: pin up balls, they flare more, and that means they can hook more. And pin down balls, the flare rings are usually a little tighter, and they're actually longer, and actually can store more energy and continue and roll down lane. Your pinup balls are going to be sooner and quicker off the spot. Now, if you got any other questions off of that, let me know so I can try to help you out.
My general rule is when I'm trying to keep the ball in front of me, I like pin down balls. When I'm trying to open up my angles and play more shape down lane, I go to pin up balls. That's my general rule.
We got Bree. We talked about Brianna Cote.
Zen Soul in it.
Oh, dang it.
Good shot.
It was a good shot. Fitz
Cost
is
of
on a
doing
double.
business.
It is.
Cost of doing business right there.
Our guy Fitz.
Old
Matt and
Fitzy.
I-
What did Fitzy have last game? 206, I think.
Okay, 2.
I think he had
Oh yeah,
206.
206. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Fitz. Oh, good break, Fitz.
Give it really good. I almost got to use my "you got onged" graphic.
Yeah,
Almost.
that could be a spare.
Could be.
It is.
Nice.
Yep. We were talking earlier.
The ultimate grinder.
Oh, man, I tell you what.
Oh, she has a brand new spare ball this morning.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
'cause I
the
have your old one.
Storm Lightning Clear.
I have the one in the shop.
She had an incident. Her spare ball got onged yesterday.
Yeah.
So she has a brand new one. One of the new options from the Storm and Roto line, it just released yesterday. We have a new color in the mix in the ice.
Yes.
The Jester spare ball. Do not sleep on this Jester spare ball. This one is cool.
It's pretty cool because of the different ways you can, where you drill the holes
right.
to make it roll differently.
Yeah, you can have it
Yeah.
either spin or it will not spin.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The Jester spare ball?
Yeah.
Do we have an image of it? Can we see it?
I can put it up there. Yeah.
Tim, did you ever
Yes,
use
sir.
a spare ball?
I did. Prior to urethane actually coming out, I'll show you a video actually on here.
I'm gonna one better of the picture if you guys keep talking, but
Well, that's speaking of spare balls, we're looking at Brie Cote's spare ball, and
that got onged.
it had some problems.
Yeah, that's
It got onged.
Well, it made so many spares.
Yes.
It made so many spares on tour that,
It got tired.
let me just tell you, you don't get player of the year on the women's tour without being a phenomenal spare shooter.
I was going to send, speaking of spares, but you asked about my spare ball.
Yep.
This is the World 10-Pin Masters. Remember the one lane, the Matchroom Sport?
Yep.
Let me see if I can turn it sideways. So I left the Big Four.
Yep.
And this was in 2000.
Look at all that hair you
Yeah,
have
it
there,
is.
brother.
Bowling's stressful for a living.
Man.
So,
Back in the day. He did have hair.
but this is my spare ball going down the lane.
Yeah, buddy.
I was the
Making that
first
Big
one to
Four.
make the Big Four on TV.
Okay, guys. We were talking spare ball.
Yep,
So
here we
my
go.
spare ball, there it is. Ooh.
This one is the coolest. So you literally
So Blue Hot was the answer.
Oh, yeah, blue hot. All right.
you
Back
can,
to the RG Jester.
you can spin and see that it's split in half. This was the brainchild of our friend Schlem, who we've been talking about. He would be here this weekend. He
Yep.
had a little health.
Get well soon for our friend.
Get well soon,
Yeah, for
Chris.
sure. He's sitting at home watching college football today, though, we're sure. But yeah, this one is way cool, and you can go get it in your local Storm VIP Pro Shop to yesterday. So today you.
So
could
I was
go
out here
pick it
while
up.
it's in my shop at home.
Yeah,
see it.
100%. Yeah, it's way cool though. I really want to drill this one.
Is it orange? Is it orange and black?
It's red and black.
red
Yep.
and black,
Yeah,
okay.
and so like Matt was saying, and we actually have a video coming out about this. Carolyn Dorn Ballard she filmed one when she was just here. You can drill it 2 different ways. So you can drill it endless amounts of ways,
Yep.
but you can drill it to make it the colors really spin if you want to see that,
Sure.
or it can be more
Of a solid.
solid. Yeah.
So if you down your center line is right down the split between the red and the black, and you roll it straight end over end, then it's going to look pretty cool. Or you could almost remember the old helixes
Oh yeah.
where you'd put the line on your track? You could almost tilt it and put the line on your track.
Yeah. And while we're talking about spare balls, it is paramount that you have a spare ball at the Agent Ong Open. Because
It's paramount that you're a good spare shooter.
Yeah, and you have a spare ball, because I can tell you, if you don't have a spare ball, you can't afford to give pins away in this
No,
event
no,
because
sir.
of the challenging, the challenge that presents every bowler in front of them.
Game 1 is in, and Brian Waugh is the current leader in the
230.
clubhouse. 230. Bree in second. Dwight Burns, 213. Chris Mays. Oh, you know what? Tim, Chris Mays bowled the other day. I can't remember which morning it was. One of the other morning squads. He is such a solid bowler. He was like, the entire time, I'm like, he's so close. He just couldn't break through. It was kind of like 170, 180s. So I would keep your eye on Christopher Mays this
Okay.
morning. Our friend Fitz,
Fitzy.
good old Fitzy. Tez is bowling. Where's Tez at?
Yeah, Tessa's down on the high end.
Okay, all right. So anyway, he might swing by the live stream. We'll keep your scores up, or we'll keep scores updated for you. Bree's new spare ball is going to get a lot of work today.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's spare ball gets a lot of work here. They're hard, and when they're hard, you're going to shoot at a lot of spares. So, lightning clear, yeah.
So Dwight Burns here on 11 and 12, he had a solid first game too. He was 213. little struggle here.
He came off the U-Haul pair.
Oh, the
Yeah.
U-Haul pair.
Yep.
Okay. U-Haul pair.
It is. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. It's awesome. Oh wait, did we miss a 5-bagger alert? Is that Kyler or is this a 5-bagger alert?
This could be for the 5-bagger.
Okay, wait. I get to show my new animation.
Yep. 5-bagger. I think he does have a 5-bagger because it says 130. So I think he might be on a 5-bagger.
Well, we showed it anyway.
Yep. Good job.
Thank you.
Very nice. I like that.
That's fun.
It sounded like it came with sound effects.
Not yet. Those are coming later.
Uh-oh.
But you
Now
just
you
got
can use
on.
the black cloud.
Yes, I can show both.
Black cloud.
And he got on.
Yep. Black cloud. We
Excellent.
black clouded him.
Oh my goodness, that was a twofer.
Yep. No, it's actually a triple.
No, because it's the coffee creamer black cloud, and he got on.
Oh, coffee creamer.
So
I need
it's
to
a
make
quad.
a coffee creamer
quad.
too.
It's quad.
Oh, quads.
That's really quads with a kicker if he makes it.
Oh, a kicker.
Yeah.
I'm making a coffee creamer animation too. Well, that's like my favorite. I don't have it yet because I can't show it, but
Coffee creamer.
let's see if we can get the good old coffee creamer to start our morning.
Yeah, let's get some little cream in that coffee.
It's so ironic because Matt McNeil doesn't even use cream in his coffee.
Oh God, no! I want ruined coffee like that. No,
Oh, no creamer today.
no coffee creamer.
Oh, he didn't get onged. I need to hide my you got onged. Watch the beautiful game of Brianna Cote.
Very well practiced. She works very, very hard at her craft. I'll tell you that much. Works incredibly hard, incredibly mentally strong, incredibly patient. Really just is that's I don't know. I think it's everything you need to be a very, very high level competitive professional, and her accolades and her career resume speak for themselves. And there you have it. It's I don't know. There's many other things to say. It's just works very hard, very solid game, mechanically, fundamentally, mentally.
And she's won on
it's
every
incredible.
level too.
Yeah, she's won on Team USA, Junior Team USA, Collegiate,
Whoa!
internationally.
Just do a Matt McNeil messenger from the
No,
Vanilla
She threw a
Pinback.
messenger
that was
on live
faster.
stream.
That was
fast.
fast.
That was faster than I throw them.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, that was faster than I
She
throw
said
'em.
that wasn't even a slow one.
No.
Hey, okay, so I have a topic.
All
Okay,
right, all
so Brianna Cote. So let me back up.
And that's 14 pounds.
It is
That's
14
pounds of fury.
Yeah. It is. Everyone always says, especially when you're a kid, or even if you're in your early 20s, you're like, I want to be a pro bowler. Okay, they say it.
Yep.
And what is not always known is someone that is truly a professional bowler. Their career is bowling.
Yep.
Doesn't always win.
Oh gosh, no! Oh my gosh!
Right? So it's what they don't see
Oofta.
is the grinding every week,
Yep.
the true bowling for a living
Yep.
players. Like
Oh, yeah.
for me, we just interviewed Jack Jurek,
Yep.
right? Jack is like one of those players that bowls for a living.
Yep.
He has some lows, he has some highs, but he is just consistent. He's gonna get a check.
Yep.
Every week. So who is your
Journeyman? Like,
Yes.
are you talking like a
Yeah.
journeyman
Yeah,
player?
yeah. Who is your like number one journeyman?
Boy,
I don't
I'm
know.
trying to think
Tim-
of a journeyman.
Tim, I'd love to hear your answer too.
So
you're
now,
t- you're-
journeymans.
Let me just
are,
understand this because I want to. While you're
Yeah.
Yep,
making
yep,
the point, so
yep.
you want the person that's going to cash every week and just
Like the
'cause-
lifelong. If you thought of like the lifelong careerman, professional bowler,
Oh,
right? But the journeyman too. Like so, basically someone who may cash every week, like
and
is
win and
bowling
wins and wins
they're bowling all the time. That's all they do
yes,
is bowl.
yes.
and
Yep.
and
Yeah.
wins, right?
Well, cash, and has one, I guess. I don't know. They don't have to win.
Well, nobody from '87 and '93 bowled more than Harry Sullins. I mean, he bowled every tournament.
Yeah,
He
the
broke the
legend.
record.
Yep.
But that's also 30 years ago. So, so who's the ultimate grinder?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Norm. Norm for me is the ultimate grinder. I mean,
Yeah, well, well, yeah, but
Harder the better
but
for
still
him.
bowling now, I think.
Oh, still bowling now.
It's just a topic, guys.
I'll tell
Don't
you.
read too much
No,
into
no,
it. No, I'm good. Yeah.
I'll tell you who I like is, and he had a good year last year, and he's won once on the PBA tour, and I think he's getting better and better and better. Richie Teese.
Yeah,
Ah,
Richie's
that's a good one.
Richie's
Yeah.
He's a good journeyman.
Just
Yep.
grinding really hard.
Yep.
And a champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think he's made some changes to his game to try to get his rev rate up. And I thought he had a really solid year last year on the tour. But yeah, guy that's there, it's there every week.
Yep.
You know, he's
That's
just
a great one.
in,
Yeah.
in the numbers every week. So.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
And by the
Yeah.
way, journeyman is not a bad thing.
No,
We're saying, hey, this is someone who digs in, grinds hard every week, doesn't give a pin away.
Yep.
Which that's where Norm comes into place because he never gave a pin away. But yeah, I like Richie Teese in the modern game
Journeyman.
today.
That's
Yep.
what I'm
He's a
saying. Like,
journeyman. Yep.
Tim, to your point, it truly is a positive because if you're a kid and you want to be a pro, you gotta respect these guys. Like you've gotta, yeah, of course you want to be Belmo, or you want to be EJ Tackett or any of these guys, but it's just not.
But that's so few and far between. You look
Exactly.
at how many people try to do that, and then how many people actually do it. The percentages are astronomically low when you get an E.G. Tackett, when you get a Jason Belmonte, when you get a Norm Duke, when you get a Pete Weber, when you get a Walter Ray, when you get a Brian Voss who was able to win one title on tour every year for like 20 years.
Yeah, that's a grinder. That's a grinder.
I mean,
Right.
yes. So, I mean, it's just
I like the word grinder than we have journeyman, yeah, but journeyman. Some people take it the wrong way, right? They think,
they say, well,
you're not a winner. You're just there. You're getting checks every week.
Yep.
But no, I would beg to differ. I think most people that are getting checks every week are also putting themselves in position to
win.
to win.
Yep,
So
I
you don't
agree.
get a check if you're not in position to get a check. You don't have a chance to win.
Yep, absolutely.
I think I like the people right now that the bowlers right now out on the lanes that if you can get comfortable in that little slot, you see where Bree is,
Yep.
and she's just trying to keep it up in front of her.
Yep.
It's if you keep the ball up in front of you and roll it and
Just
don't give it away too much.
I think there's a couple ways to shear the sheep on the fresh. If you got a little more hand and you're very comfortable with it, you're on the right pair, you can play out a little more. I think I definitely think after game 2.5, it's going to be more in the middle part of the lane, and you're going to be doing what we're seeing in front of us here on 9 and 10. You're going to be left of the track, using the track as your gutter, and just trying to find the right ball and ball roll and speed that is going to allow the ball to kind of play that zone and hit the pocket. And weak 10s and 4 pins are just the cost of doing business. And you're looking for, all the pins drop on Sunday morning. So you don't have to come down the stretch on a white stallion. You just got to get there and then take Sunday as it is. So, if you're saying, okay, well, 6 games, if I shoot 2-0 to 209 every game, I mean, I'm in soft.
Right.
So I don't think you don't have to take a lot of risks. When the scores are high, you got to take a lot of chances. You got to take a lot of risks because you're always trying to create 250 ball reaction. When the scores are this low, you're not taking risk. You're playing very conservatively.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Tim Jacob coming up and saying hello.
Yep.
And
193.
pulled a solid 193.
Yep,
Kept the ball in play there.
Absolutely. If that's your low game, you're in great shape.
That keeps you around, right?
Yeah.
Those 190 games are going to keep you right in the ball game.
Yeah, because then you catch a good pair, you throw a triple, and you're clean. So now you're actually plus some to the good. If the wheels come off the cart and you throw up 150, well, now you got to shoot two 220s to make up for it. Those don't grow on trees. Great shot from Bree there. Boy, I tell you what, that's good. That's one of the things I do miss about not being out on the tours is just watching great athletes throw the ball well. That's a bad picture.
Yeah, it's not a good one, but Dave
God.
Armstrong's calling me while we're on the live
man.
stream.
Be Dave Armstrong. Tell him I miss bowling his Peterson squads. He retired from running Peterson squad.
Did he?
Yeah. He did it for a long, long time.
Where's Brianna? Like around 16 to 13? 16 to 12?
Let's see here. I would say that's, like 15 to 11 there. 16 to 12. Yeah, right in that zone. Smoother, symmetrical hybrid.
I significantly clouded Kyler.
Yeah,
I need to publicly apologize to.
We talked him up about that good start, and then the back half was not.
Like I did that. I am so sorry,
not
Kyler.
good.
He got to 195 though.
Yeah.
Not what he wanted.
No, because he was pacing 230 in.
Yeah.
That ended very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fitzy.
Fitz is trying to get 213 out of this, and if he does, that'd be fantastic. No. Oh, that's a tough spare here. Okay, what's the last spare, makeable spare, that you would want to shoot on this pattern, Tim?
The one that Fitzy just left.
Oh, yeah, 3, 6, 9, 10. I was thinking that.
Well, that looked like reality check for Bree on the fill, which I could basically go to her house. She probably has a case of both of those balls in her house somewhere. But yeah, those are our two go-tos, especially when the lanes are hard, because they're really readable for her and they really play off one another. Reality check and unsolved for her. And listen, she's 448 the first two games.
Yeah, exactly.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is what I tell people too that have asked me about, I saw Bree throwing this. I'm like, well, you got to remember too, it's 14 pounds.
Yeah.
I said the statics are different and they're not going to perform the same way at 15.
We did correct.
So you got to take that into account.
Steve Decker saying hello. Black Cloud of Flanagan. Hey, Steve, how are you? Nice to see you on here this morning. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, Dick Allen. He was kind of saying Dick Allen is grinder.
Yep, Dick Allen is super grinder, but Dick Allen's got 7 or 8 titles,
Yeah.
and he's been out there a long time, and gives himself a lot of opportunities. But another guy like stuck in the rev rate challenge, right? That's what we talked about. Stuck in that mold where, hey, you got to be able to have rev rate and angle and get the ball to go through the pins the right way out there on the tours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, we're waiting on some bowlers, so I think we're going to play a commercial from our friends at Rotogrip.
Let's do it.
Hello everyone, Chris Walker here, local Rotogrip staffer, and I'm excited to be a part of this team and introduce the new Idol Optimum Pearl. This ball is so smooth off the break point, and a great transition from the original Optimum. For me, the same break point down lane, I was able to move a few left with my feet, but throwing the same spot on the lane gave me the great pin reaction we all look for. I can see this ball is going to be a staple for me on most conditions. I can't tell you how excited I am to bring this 2-ball combination to my league season this year. Not to mention this ball pops with the color scheme Rotor Slim mastered on this Pearl. Hope you're as excited as I am for this release. Make sure you own it.
Hey folks, Steve Klemkin here. The Optimum Idol Pearl. I had a lot of success with the original Optimum Idol, but that one was a solid, had a pretty heavy texture, so I used that ball when the lanes were quite a bit fresher and there was a real heavy volume of oil. But as we know, lane conditions break down and they force us to move more to the inside part of the lane. And when I move a little bit left, I need something that's going to help give me a little bit extra kick down lane. In the Optimum Idol Pearl, you can see here, allows me to be between 3rd and 4th arrow and still creates plenty of mid lane motion and reaction, which is what I get out of my idols, but it gives me more kick down lane.
My name is Matt Wishman. I'm from West Haven, Utah. Been bowling all my life. The reaction on this ball is just new to my eyes. I'm used to seeing a Pearl that just goes so clean, so long down the lanes, and just has that giant hockey stick through the end of the pattern where it just knife hooks into the head pin. This one is more of a rounder shape, has more continuation than what I've ever seen before in all the earlier bowling balls that I've thrown. So that AI technology, it just doesn't matter if you hit high flush, come in with a spinner mixer, it's just gonna carry, make strikes all day long for you.
Hey guys, Yannick here. And man, I have to say that this ball is different. From the looks alone, it is such an eye-catching ball and the shape is very unique. It is very round for a pearl ball, which I think is a different look and shape than most clean pearl bowling balls that we have. If you love the Optimum Idol, this ball will definitely be a great complement to that one when you need to ball down.
All right, we're back and we have bowlers.
Yep.
And Regina Aboud is awake. Good morning, Regina.
Hi, Regina.
Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, guess who's on the U-Haul pair?
Who's on the U-Haul pair?
Our man, Fitz.
Oh, Fitz, let's
So
go.
he might shoot 240, 250 this game.
Moving on up.
He might be moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Yep.
Got Kyle here. We got Dwight. Dwight Burns. Matt Shauna wants to know if we slept in the bowling center. We did not. We got a good night's rest.
Those beds are very comfortable, very soft.
Shout out to
Like
the Cambria nearby.
just sink into the bed.
Yeah, for sure.
Very, very soft. I put a pillow underneath my legs.
Life was good.
Climbed underneath, and the minute my head hit the pillow, I was out. That was it.
Let's see if I can not jinx Kyler this game. I should probably
That
just
would
not
be
talk
good.
about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Look, I'm just going to throw up a black cloud.
There we go. Good job.
I clouded.
Yeah.
I apologize. Kyler, I'm going to go leave you alone. We'll go talk about Dwight.
Hi, Shauna. I always call Shauna Mrs. S.
Mrs. S.
Mrs. S. Hi, Mrs. S. Good to see you today.
She's so happy.
Yep, always has a smile on, especially after she hits like an 8 spot in Keno. I go downstairs. How much did you win today? Oh, I won $4,000. I hit an 8 spot or a 9 spot or
That's
whatever
awesome.
it is. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Shauna, are you bowling today? Are you going to come bowl a qualifying round? She bowled yesterday.
Yep, did bowl yesterday.
I know Kyle here. Kyle's been bowling a lot. Him and his dad. His dad is bowling as well. I'm not sure where he went. He might have gone to the high end, but
I gave Shauna the black cloud for Keno, I guess. She hasn't won since. Can we make a Keno black cloud?
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, the old Keno black cloud. You know, I hit a 6 spot when I was in Vegas last time.
You did.
Yeah, but it was on a 2-cent machine, so it was only like $200. But it was still
awesome.
it was still fun to you know
Yeah.
bet like 40 cents and get a couple $100 for it.
Shauna says she is close to the cut. Let's see where Shauna is.
Where is Shauna?
Oh, she is
yeah.
close. Yeah. You know what, Shauna? You bowled what I guessed would be the cut. Minus 15. That was
Yep.
what, after 4 frames of
Yep,
the tournament.
That's what you guessed.
I did. So
I think Shauna should come back and give it another go.
yeah,
if
I'm not
I'm
feeling good
Shauna-
about my guess.
You know, if I'm Shauna, I just come by the booth. I yank Tim Mack out of here. I say, Timmy, line me up for a couple games. Bam. I'm in. I'm
think,
in.
Yeah.
Bowl good, make all your spares. Be just fine.
Yeah, don't lose the pocket. That's the key.
Yeah.
Do not lose the pocket. Do
Hit-
not get on.
Hit that 1-3. Hit
Yeah.
that 1-3. Oh, my man Fitz. Nope, that's the other guy. Sorry. We black clouded Fitz. He
Fitz.
went strike Greek church strike. Let's see if he can get a strike here.
He's like, can you guys stop talking about me?
Oh, there we
We got a
go.
strike,
The
a
old trip
double.
4710. Clean living for Fitz.
Let's go.
Clean living. Finally pays off.
Good spare. Good spare. You know, you asked what the hardest spare is.
Yeah, what's the spare you do not want to shoot at on this pattern?
I want to say anything with more than one pin.
Well, that's a lot.
Like I'm telling you, like I would if I was bowling and I was leaving 9. If I was just leaving 10 pins
Yep.
or 7 pins,
Yep.
I would not move. I would focus, hit my spares,
Yep.
because I can see it can get worse. Very, very quickly
Well,
and easily.
The viewership out there really thanks you for your specificity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like 3 right now. She has the good
Ooh.
old 2-8. Don't
Yeah.
want that. Don't want to shoot that.
Don't want to shoot that
nope.
one.
Nope. Don't want to shoot 3-6-10. Don't want to shoot even if the head pin's in play.
Yeah.
Those are hard.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you on a really tough pattern, after you miss the head pin on your first attempt, makes it a little nerve-wracking on the second attempt.
Right.
There might be a little muscle or guidance involved in that second attempt.
Yeah, Tim, you're joining the conversation
I
where
missed a lot of stuff here. Wow, Jesus.
where I stated that you know how you answered the spare that you don't want to shoot on this?
Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 10.
Okay, so for me, it is anything with more than one pin.
Okay.
Like I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm hoping I leave a 10 pin. I'm hoping I leave a 7 pin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have speaking of 7 pins and 10 pins? Did we get a quick score update after 2 games just to kind of see where we're
Let's
at?
see.
I just saw-
They're quick today.
Just saw Tez throw a double, so I was curious if we. Oh,
Not yet.
what did Tez bowl the first game here?
He shot a 166.
Okay.
So
we're in game 3 right now for all of our viewers.
The score collector just walked by us. He is currently collecting scores.
so it
Should be updated very soon.
ooh, we have a chance for a coffee creamer
Oh, we do. Kyler's back at it again.
because I talked about him.
Yep.
Oh,
Almost. That was
so
almost the
close.
coffee creamer. No cream in our coffee yet.
Nope,
No
nope.
cream in our coffee.
No cream.
Tim will have a water because he doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that good coffee? I couldn't tell you. 53 years of existence on this earth, and I haven't had a taste of coffee. So
Haven't had a taste.
probably
of
going
coffee.
to keep it that way.
I recommend it. Don't get addicted. It is a strong addiction. It's delicious if you love it.
Oh, nice 210 pickup by Tez.
Tez will be on the live stream next game. I
He
mean,
will.
you can kind of see him this game, but
Yep.
just to the right. But
PBA
Granted,
Rookie of
Tez-
the Year.
Tez fans,
PBA Rookie of the Year.
how nice is that kid? Jeez.
Incredibly nice. Very well spoken. Very well mannered. And an exceptional bowler.
Really good.
And I guess he can throw at 10 pins very hard, according to Mr. Calderon.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because a few of the Tez has broken 2 of the kickbacks at the training facility.
Yeah, I'm going to make my way over there to
It's
actually.
beautiful.
It's so awesome.
Probably in game 4 of this game 5 of the squad. I want to go see it.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
amazing.
I haven't had an opportunity to see it, and go surprise Mike.
You'll love it, Tim.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting over there and seeing it.
All right, I got another question for Tim. Just a bowling question, just so everybody can hear how you went about your bowling and your processes and how your mind worked. If you're up on a lane and you're striking and you're going light, are you making a move or are you just staying?
Not moving at all, because
Yeah.
if I'm getting the light mixer,
Yep.
that means my pocket is bigger, right?
Yep.
So I don't see me moving. That's just me personally. What I always try to do is create. How can I find a way to create the biggest pocket possible.
Yep.
And still get them, still knock 10 over. So for me, there'd be times when I go light, I move left, just slow down because then I feel like, I create more angle, more entry angle. Usually my carry is going to improve. I mean, and that's been shown over time with all the two-handers and the guys that hook it in today's modern game that is the case. So, yeah, for me, I would stay the same. I'm not. Well, I was a good shot repeater, but I wasn't. I just feel it was a feel thing, a visual thing for me. I was always trying to get my pocket to be the biggest possible pocket I could. So that I guess that's the best way to answer your question.
Yep, I think I think it's situational. There's been times where I've been light on a lane and I just stay right there and I keep just trying to repeat the same exact thing and mix them around and splash them around. And then if my instinct is like, oh, that was light but not in the way I wanted it to be light, then I'll probably make a move with maybe my hand or my speed or
right.
cheetah board here, cheetah board there. But I think it's really instinctual. For me, split. If the ball isn't splitting the 8-9, sometimes I'm not that worried about it. But it's all, it's all situationally based. It's all situational. Yeah. I don't think there's a black and white
right
that exists in our sport. It's operating in the gray.
Speaking of black and white, how long will it be before you win your next Eagle?
Oh gosh, after 2015, I didn't think I'd ever win one ever again, and we got we got the right 5 guys together in Vegas in 2022, and we won the.
I was there. I watched it.
Yeah, you were
guys
there.
Come down the stretch.
Yep.
You used IQ Tour on one lane, and I think All Road on the other
right lane.
on the other lane.
Yeah.
How's that memory?
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I remember. I was really glad you were there because you gave me so much crap for for not fully loading in brackets.
I was so mad.
You were so mad at me.
So
Ron Wood was mad at me.
And you're Matt McNeil for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And you both 740.
I think.
A big number,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I know you got a lot of money, but you're throwing money on the floor.
Coffee creamer alert.
Oh,
Four.
no.
Dang.
No.
Can't get enough of it. Yeah. There you go. Don't test me.
Yeah. In all fairness, though, we had just gotten done loading our pod to move from Minneapolis to Florida, and I was out chopping ice so that the pod would lay level on 9th Street.
It's no excuse.
Okay, yeah. I was taped up. I had more storm tape on me, more of our
GT tape?
Yeah, of our GT tape. I had a whole packet on that team shift. And I hadn't thrown a ball in a week. And I just didn't feel good, So
A week. A whole week. Oh my God.
Well,
a whole week.
Hey, everything's relative, buddy. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
you're right. You're right.
Come on now.
You're right.
So that's why I wasn't, rushing to, throw $4,000 at brackets,
Should have been 6, but that's okay. but I'm not counting. That's all right.
I know, buddy.
Anybody chopping us up in the chat? I can't see. There's a screen on there. No,
yep, here we go.
That helped.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
Amen to that, Mike
Amen
Hammond.
to that. Ride her till she bucks you, I always said.
A few Tucson bowlers, Dwight, Tim Jacob. Yeah, Tim Jacob came up and shook our hands, said hello.
Nice gentleman.
I really
Nice guy.
I really like how he gets through it at the foul line. I mean, a lot of stability at the foul line, good arm swing. Yeah, I like that. I like seeing that.
Bree Cote is on a possible. We got a possible 5-bagger alert for Bree Cote.
Like actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Legitimate.
Wait.
Hit the sirens.
5-bagger?
Hit the sirens. Hit the sirens.
She's on the U-Haul Cousins pair.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. It's like it's like the close brother, or the close sibling of the U-Haul pair. So I guess you could call it the Hertz.
The Hertz.
Hertz has got
They do.
moving trucks, right?
Yep. Is it a pod though? Is it like a moving pod?
It could be a pod.
Yeah.
Could be a pod.
Shauna wants to know, can you tell what she's throwing?
She is throwing a Zen Soul.
We're back to
14-pound Zen Soul. There you go.
We did that little check in the 10th frame, reality check, but went back to the soul.
Still got the soul. You got soul.
She does. She does got soul.
Yep, got soul.
She has puppies on her shoulder, too. Her two dogs. I love her jerseys because she always has dogs somewhere.
I would have been more happy if her and the CEO, which is her husband, Randy, would have brought the dogs with them.
Oh, they should have. I'm
great.
telling you.
Middle of game 3 here at the Agent Ong Open, the 8 a.m. squad here in the morning, and lovely Chandler, Arizona, just south of Phoenix. In the booth here with BB, Blair Blumenscheid, and my favorite Buckeye, and guy that I have a tremendous amount of respect for, one of the best bowlers in the history of the USBCs, and my buddy. I remember watching him bowl the. It was a long time ago, but it's the first time I actually ever saw him. He was using a buzz saw up at the up South Point, and it was the tournament that Vic Meyerhoff ended up winning. It was the first time I ever saw him, and man, has he been nothing but great since then. I call him Eagle McNeil, Matt McNeil, and
Eagle McNeil.
That's what I call him. Send him texts all the time. Eagle McNeil, how you doing?
Oh yeah.
So it's great to be here. It's great for us to have an opportunity to bring this event into your doorstep and into your living rooms, into your offices, onto your cell phones, but
wherever you want.
Yeah,
Whatever device.
Carl Ong, man. I just I know we've talked about him, but for people that haven't tuned in or just tuning in, big props to him and his staff, and putting out a great tournament shot and a big challenge for the bowlers. And by the way, Bree's bowling 230. Speaking of challenging bowlers and shots,
spare here is 230.
Yeah, that's going to put her in the 680s. We could have a new tournament leader after this.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think, and she's going the right direction. She's going up to the high end, which hooks more, I've heard. So, I think that bodes well for the shot developing in the middle part of the lane. So,
she got to be super happy with her decision last night to come bowl the sweeper.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she's got some intel last night on bowling the sweeper, and she's used that to her advantage today to come out here and shot make and obviously put herself in a great position.
Yep. Good spare.
Really good spare.
Yep.
She shot a lot of them last week in Peru. Gold medalist in Peru for Team USA.
Yep.
We got some Dwight fans in the chat. I'm a Dwight fan too. I enjoy Dwight bowls a lot. I've seen him at a lot of different events.
Yeah, Dwight always bowls the military and he always bowls the TAT. So I see Dwight quite a bit.
Yeah.
Solid game.
Yeah, I see Dwight very often.
Passion for bowling, and he's got a great, he keeps it simple, knows his strengths, and has success.
Hey, how about our guy? He's got 4 in a row. Fitzy's got 4 in a row.
Let's go, Fitzy.
Could be a 5-bagger.
Oh, 5-bagger alert.
Could be a 5-bagger. There we go. Hit the sirens.
All right, we're going back to Dwight. Dwight's in the 10th frame. There is a score update.
Yeah, 5 people so far have bowled or over the card.
Yep, Charlie Price, Dwight Burns, trying to just scrape by with 202 here. Oh, rep 7.
Yeah, Brianna finished with 231, so she's 679 already.
Yeah.
Which is impressive since 84 over is leading the tournament, or 80 over is leading the tournament.
80 over, yeah.
Wow.
74 is second, yeah. And
super impressive.
Yep.
They are expecting a lot of entries today as the day goes on. Yep. We have squads at 1 and 6.
Yep.
So I would imagine we will have some higher scores today, potentially, just with more bowlers.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, you have another nickname, Maddie McHonorscore.
That is true.
I never
Yeah.
heard that one.
That one's a good one.
That was
Sorry,
from,
but that one made me chuckle.
that was from Matt Canizero when I shot 300, 800 on the live stream in 2011.
When don't you shoot 300, 800?
Wow, it happens. Trust me. The trick is, you know what the trick is?
What's that?
Is when you don't shoot it, nobody knows about it.
Yeah, that's true. It's like I asked Jody Westner one time because Jody, it would appear she always wins gambling.
Yep.
And I asked her one time, "You always win," and she goes, "I do not, but people don't see that."
Yep. People don't see the losses.
Yeah.
That's the whole. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's just how you. It's just how you present it. It really is.
We've almost got a Tez sighting.
Almost 206 for Tez, 231 for Bree, 221 for our man Fitz, and then if he makes this baby split, it would have been 230. So the U-Haul pair. Oh, he did make it. So the U-Haul pair just yielded 450 between the two guys.
We've
I'll tell you
Incredible.
what, you want to hit 15 and 16. Just telling you that right now.
yeah, it's been pretty
Check
consistent.
it. Can I please hit 15 and 16? Like,
All right, I'm gonna go refill on coffee
okay.
while we're making a move.
You know,
We're gonna take a. Well,
Sure.
I'm gonna leave Kyler up. We gotta watch Kyler. I've black clouded him enough. So, what were you gonna say, Tim?
no. I just we're finishing up game
Yeah.
3, and we'll get the scores out to you as soon as we can.
See, I say his name, and something bad happens to Kyler.
Good shot. 186 doesn't hurt you though.
It doesn't.
You know, it's just how you're going to rebound off of that.
You all just saw Tez entering your screen, the Cortez Shank, past PWBA Rookie of the Year.
PBA.
I'm sorry, PBA. I need more coffee too. I'm gonna go refill mine.
I think you better go get some more coffee.
Shoot, early morning.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Bree. We've been talking about PWBA all day. We finally have a PBA player. We got Deadwood. Tim, I think we're going to mute our mics and leave the camera rolling.
Sounds
So
good. Yeah, we'll be back for the start of game 4.
Yes.
All right, back at it here at the Agent Ong Open. Strikes back. Game 4, qualifying squad number 5. 2 more qualifying squads left until we make the cut to see who's going to be bowling the Cashers round Sunday morning. Got Cortez Schenk in front of us right here on lanes 9 and 10. Tez has been struggling a little bit so far. We'll see if he can get his footing underneath him. I'm sure he'll probably be bowling another squad if he does not come out with a good number here. I would have to imagine that he'll be bowling another squad.
How good is that?
That's really good. I mean, that's so much power, so effortlessly. You know, he's got a great body for bowling. He's very lanky. You know, you look how long those arms are and what you can create with those longer arms. I mean, you can really create a very good lawn flat spot. I've always said, you know, the really, really good players always create a very long flat spot at the bottom of the swing. Yeah, just pretty darn amazing ball roll off that hand. It's very impressive to watch. Makes me feel glad I don't have to bowl against him for money.
Amen.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee's camp back at it again this morning. He's pulled a couple of qualifying squads.
Yep, he has.
Currently in the cut, but I don't know if that'll hold.
Cut's currently minus 33.
Yeah. What do we think it's gonna do, Matt?
I don't know. I think it's gonna get close to even, but that's just me.
Yeah. There's some.
And of course, I
heavy
have a
hitters
bet on
coming in
it, so
today.
of course I'm. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Because
Yeah.
I want to make you take me to Michael's.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah.
We bet dinner, Tim Mac.
On what? What do we bet on?
Well, day one, you weren't here yet,
Yeah.
so you're not in the bed. We can't change
No,
our bet.
it's too late.
It is too late.
Second, third, fourth frame of the first game of
Yeah,
the first
very
squad,
early.
we made a cut prediction bet.
Okay.
Closest, the loser's got to buy the winner dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was minus 15. Matt went minus 2.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
We're gonna see. Yeah. And if I have to take Blair to Michael's, I'll be glad to do it.
I will be happy to treat Matt McNeil to dinner too. So we're
Matt,
very
Matt, you're taking Blair to Michael's, but Blair's taking you to Steak and Shake.
yeah. That sounds more down
Not
my
even
budget.
Steak and Shake, the hot dog cart.
Yeah, no
Kidding
kidding.
me?
$1.75.
Here you
Matt
go.
McNeil.
Can I get a water? Nope.
Yeah. No.
Wasn't stipulated.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's where Gary Holzenberg and I had a bet. We bet on the Nationals all event score, and
Trip to the hot dog stand.
somehow I won. I
never got your hot dog?
No, I got my. I had a chicken apple salad at Steak and Shake, and he had a burger. It was like $11.18.
Well.
And then I won the next year, and I've got one in the bank right now. But
Crickets.
well, Gary is a busy person, so
Gary is.
yeah, he doesn't have time for Timmy and dinner at Steak and Shake. So
Gary and Schlem are the reason that we're sponsoring the Roto Grip.
Yeah.
Sorry, the
Big-
Agent Ong Open.
big shout out
Yeah.
to those guys, and
They worked together with Carl, and they believe in the vision that
Carl
Agent
is
Ong
doing. Yeah,
has put forward. The whole team here.
big shout out to Gary and his lovely wife Leanne and their son. I hope they're doing well up there in lovely Utah. And then Schlem's battling some of those issues, those health issues that I talked to him yesterday, though, and he's on the mend, and he's looking forward to getting back to some normalcy. He's had a tough couple of months.
And he's kind of been in isolation.
Yeah,
He's had a tough couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, and Tim and Matt, you know, when you live a life that involves a little bit of travel from time to time, and you go to nothing,
It's yeah.
it's kind of it's.
Oh, I
it's-
know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah,
I know the nothing travel. I went from traveling to
recovering.
no travel,
Yeah, it's brutal.
like none.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. It's just been a little bit of a change.
You're here this weekend, though.
I
Glad,
am.
glad to have you here.
You know, Carl called me up and asked me to come out and support his event, and I said, of course I would. I said, love to be out there and be part of the event, and anything I can do to help my good buddy, who I've known for a long time, help his event be successful. I told him I'm more than happy to do that. Yeah, it was the last weekend of my daughter's senior. She's a senior in high school, and it's her fall break, and I had a little bit of a freedom in the schedule, and here I am, and then I get to hang out with you good you good guys.
Almost coffee
Guys and
creamer
girls.
on my tent.
I was
Almost.
so ready with my
'Cause you
new
got- you-
coffee
yeah,
creamer
yeah,
graphic,
yeah.
and I couldn't use it. I'm sorry, Tim, to interrupt, but
No,
I
you're
was
good.
so excited, and I cannot believe that your daughter is graduating from high
Yeah,
school.
it was
crazy.
a really weird moment. You know, the thing that I looked forward to the most the last 4 years was every time she stepped on. Well, obviously seeing her every morning, but every time she stepped on the soccer pitch and put her high school uniform on and played soccer, it was such a now that it's done, it's such an amazing experience. It was the one thing I looked forward to every week. I just couldn't wait till she had a game, and then the finality of it. Senior night was amazing. She scored 3 goals, and they won the game, and so it's a memory that we'll have forever. But I just, in a blink of an eye, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I was you don't understand how fast it goes, and well, I'll tell you what, it goes fast. And it's been a tough period for me, actually, just because it's over. And now, for her, for me, the good thing is she's a really talented player, and she's in travel soccer. So I get a chance to spend time with that. So this was a good time for me to be out here. I didn't have any. There was no soccer going on, so everything worked out okay.
Yep.
Tez here has a chance to shoot 250.
And that ball roll is so good.
And when Tez can get in that part of the lane and do that with his hand,
Oof, boy, is that good.
I mean, Tez can do a lot of things, but
That is so good.
he gets comfortable in that spot.
Watch the shape.
Watch the climb up the leaderboard.
I just love watching the shape. It's just there's no wasted energy. There is no wasted energy in that game, and then that ball is not wasting. Well, see, I black clouded him. Get the black cloud right up there.
I'm
see?
ready.
Yeah, thank you. There
Matt,
we go.
you got to hit the one in the front.
Yeah, do have to hit the one on the front. I just talk about how,
But on Tuesday League, that would have been a messenger.
oh, hands down, atomic messenger too. So what colleges are on the list?
Well,
for your
last
daughter?
week,
That's what I want.
last week we had a visit to Ball State. We really liked that campus, really nice.
Yep.
We also visited the University of Cincinnati. Yesterday, I missed a college visit with her. Indiana State University's been high on the list as far as the soccer program. My daughter wants to study media production, so the Ball State facility was just really impressive.
Yep.
And they've got a really good women's soccer team.
Yep.
Division I athletics is next level. It's a full-time job, so it's a big commitment. So we've got some really big ID camps where the invite only that she's got coming up, where University of Notre Dame, University of Louisville, The Hoosiers, Indiana is on our list as well. These are big time, big level soccer
Big
programs.
Yep.
Yeah. So talent level, she's an incredible talent. So it's an exciting time for us because we're trying to figure out what's the next step. But we're going to try to enjoy this travel soccer season, which starts already a couple of weeks, and then she's got a couple tournaments in the fall, and then in the spring, I'm going to be back out on tour. But the time she has games, sorry guys, I'm going to be trying to spend as much time as I can with my daughter because you only get one more. We get one last season. You get one last season, and I'm going to do my best to be there for my teammates on Storm and help our team out. But I also know that you get one shot at it, and I'll tell you, the late Bill Crispin always used to tell me, no matter what happens, don't miss certain things in life. Don't miss these things. He would tell me, I missed this and I did this, and and I missed some stuff early, but if you can try not to, it's a big deal. So it's an exciting time for us. I know just a second ago I was saying how emotional it was because it is, and part of me was like, man, I'll never see her wear that number 1 jersey anymore. But now, it's going to be an exciting time to see where she goes. So we've got some options, and everybody always asks me when it comes to her, does she like bowling? I'm like, no. Well, when she was younger and I was in the bowling center a lot, trying to recover from my surgeries and injuries. I think she equated the two as together and wasn't so keen on it. So, as being part of Storm and I've spent my entire adult life in a bowling center. So she really never took on the bowling. So I'm good with soccer and it's exciting. But and then she can create her own path. So that's the ball shape you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful from Tez. So Tez rebounds here. He's got a chance for 230 here, which would be a nice game. I don't know do we know where Tez is sitting after 3 games?
I don't know if they have the scores in yet. I haven't seen them walk past with the scores, but they could have. Oh no, I closed it. Hold on a sec.
So we'll take a peek at that while our producer, director extraordinaire gets everything up and going.
Oh, they do.
They do. So
wow, quick scores today.
So Tez is at 550. So this is a big game. This gets him to 10 under with 2 games to go.
Yeah, that's big, and the lane's coming to.
And it's getting better for him, right? Yep. You see how it just fed there, and he obviously the shot previous to that he got it a little too steep and obviously wide, but no blood made the spare, and now he's in the 220s and he's really putting himself in good position.
Absolutely. I like how he lets the ball get to the spot. He doesn't force it to the spot. It's so clean and it's so smooth off of his hand.
Oh, some interesting stuff from 440 Bowler. Forgot to mention I've got a rumor for you. And, that's interesting. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, the solid 9. What a shot.
224.
Yeah, but a good game, right? 224 these last 2 games. Like you said, the lane is coming to him.
Yep.
And this is kind of false suit about what we've talked about. And the only reason I don't think it happened a game earlier is because they only have 1 on the lane. So what we'll see, in the 1 o'clock squad is there'll be more bowlers.
Yep. More surface.
So the lane will transition differently than it's transitioning now.
Yep.
And that's why we feel you get 2 games out of urethane.
Yep.
You're going to get into where Tez is, and if you can get Tez's roll like that, you put yourself in position coming down the stretch.
You can do some damage there. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You can really, put up some numbers.
Yeah, but anytime you have 2-2 in this tournament, 220, you're making up ground.
That's a heck of a good game.
Taking a peek down there, Brianna, she's down there. Looks like on 17 and 18. Clean.
With a double? Clean with a double or a triple? I think it might be a
no,
double.
she's nice. No double. She's gonna. Well, it might be a double, but if she makes
like a
spare,
double in 4 or 5.
Yeah, she's missed a head pin this shot, so this is a big spare here. She covered it. Oh, no, it said open. It said open.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to strike out for 2-0, it looks like. No, I'm going to go take a peek just
All
to
right,
double
go
check.
take a peek. Yep, go check it out.
All right. So we are getting down to the end of the fourth game. Going quick again this morning.
You know, with with a lot of great bowlers coming through, it does seem to fly by.
Yeah.
Just because getting to watch Shank, getting to watch Bree, Fitzy,
Fitzy. I hope Fitz bowls all day, just so we can say Fitz.
Yeah, old Fitz.
You never watched? Excuse me. You never watched Scandal, did you? That show. It was like a political drama type of.
I think I've watched a little of it.
The president is named Fitz.
Yeah.
In that show, so
Yeah.
every time I say Fitz, I think of
you
that
think
show.
of that show.
Yeah. And he's a good.
Is
good
it like
character.
House of Cards?
I haven't seen House of Cards. So I can't,
House of Cards was really dark.
I really want to watch it. That was on one of my lists.
It was a really dark show.
Yeah, I need to watch. Which one was that on? Was that Netflix or?
Yeah, I think House of
Okay.
Cards was Netflix.
Yeah. There are so many shows out there to watch.
Have you watched the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power?
I started that one.
It's
you know
really
what I'm
good.
watching right now
It's really
is
good.
Jack Ryan, which is
Jack Ryan's good.
So
Yep.
good.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
I'm only in season 1.
Jack
so.
Reacher's good too.
Okay.
If you watch the Jack Reacher ones, but I was a big. I know it's whatever, but I really enjoyed Lord of the Rings series and
Yep.
then the spin-offs. But the prequel
Yeah.
is really interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll have to watch
it's
it.
really interesting.
I like that type, the fantasy type of stuff.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
all
it was interesting. Good story. I
Yeah.
like the story. Yeah.
I spent, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, I did attempt to enter the Game of Thrones world, and that one took a lot of my brain power, and that was basically all I watched for a year was Game of Thrones. So anyone that's watched that show understands, but I haven't done House of the Dragon yet.
Oh, okay.
I needed a break. I needed a Game of Thrones break.
Yep.
That one's a lot to take in.
Yeah, that I haven't tackled that one yet.
You really have to pump yourself up to tackle it.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? We have a 5-bagger alert
Oh, we do.
right in front of us.
Yeah, we do. Mr. Price with the race car jersey.
That's
Checkered
a
flag.
cool one.
Yeah, that's pretty neat because he's
Yeah.
got the RPM gauge on the bottom
He
and
sure
his
does.
checkered flag. Uh-oh.
Did I cloud him?
Oh, no, he got it.
He made it through.
Got it on the brookie. Hit it. Hit that siren.
Oh, we did it.
Hit
we
the
did
siren.
it.
Got a 5-bagger.
Yes.
Got a 5-bagger.
That's the first one of the day.
Hey, the scoreboard doesn't care.
It doesn't.
Scoreboard does not
This
care.
is a very big game for Mr. Price. Let's see where he's at. So Charlie Price is sitting at. Is that +1? With his handicap, he's at. No, that is that right?
Yeah, with
plus
his
one.
cap. Is that +1? And
It is. Man, I really.
40,
need to
70,
get this coffee in
230.
me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
There you go.
That's awesome.
231.
Let's go, Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie's racing towards the cut line.
That's right.
Huh? Get it? Because he's got a race flag?
Okay, on that
Huh?
note,
Huh?
we will be right back.
All right.
Hello, everyone in the chat. I see you guys wanting to know if there is audio. We did take a small break. We apologize. Got to take a little break. But you're watching Mr. Chris May here. Chris Mays. He has overcome the 5-bagger alert. Let's see where he is in the standings. So Chris, going into this game, wow, he has not had a very good go. So this is a big game. And I saw him bowl the other day, and I thought his game was really good, and he could connect. And here you go, 236 on the featured pair. So he can build on that going into the 6th and final game of this morning block. Again, this pattern out here is really tough. The Agent Ong team put together a very challenging but fair condition for all the players to come out and test their skills. There's Ben going for a spare, which I don't want to jinx him. Will continue his clean game. He is clean through 8. And spares are important out here at the Agent Ong Open. We've been talking about it all morning. Matt McNeil and Tim Mack will be back to finish out the 6th and final game, and then we'll be taking a short break. We'll be back at 1 p.m. for the next round of qualifying. Bowlers are coming out for 6 more games. The goal is to make it to Sunday. That's what everyone is hoping to do. All right, here's Hunter. He's on a double. Tries to get a little Brooklyn action. Well, actually for him, New York side. So going into the last game of this round, Bree was in the lead, plus 68. I can't quite see what she has going on. She's down at the high end. Charlie Price, of course, shot 231 last game. He's plus 37. The goal is to make it to Sunday. That is the goal. We are gonna take a short break after our friend Hunter finishes up his 10th frame. And we'll watch Mr. Ben finish too. And then the bowlers are changing lanes. All right, we are back. We've got Jarrell Day in front of us.
A couple left-handers on this pair.
Yeah. Oh dear. I don't want to say I clouded him, but I might have. I just introduced him.
Yeah, you didn't cloud him.
All right, thank you.
No cloud.
We did have Mr. You missed it, but Christopher Mays, who remember I started with today, like, I just feel
you
like
were
he's
talking about-
close.
Yep, black cloud.
No, I didn't. Well, I did cloud him throughout the block, but then he shot 230, and now he moved to the left, so we still will be able to see him. But shoot, he is just his game is good. He's just having a go on this pattern during the transition games, which is easy to do.
Yeah, I peeked in on Brianna Cote down on the high end.
Oh yeah, how'd
she
she
was
do?
struggling.
Oh no.
Big time struggle. Big struggle.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not what I like to
Last
hear.
2 games have been a struggle. So
Which makes sense, right? Like transition, if you're either on it or you're not right now.
yep, I think the yeah, it's tricky. It's definitely tricky. It's just tricky. There we go.
Just tricky.
Just tricky.
Tricky.
Yep.
Okay, I have
Inextricable. It's inextricable is what it is.
inextricable. That's the
Inextricable.
word of the week.
I'm going to double check that that's a word before I use it too many times.
It's a good word.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Inextricable. Difficult or impossible to untie, too involved or complicated to solve.
Yep.
So intricate or